Hello and welcome. I am Scarpalock, and this is City of Villains on the Rebirth server. We are with our Mastermind, Nightmare Lass, who is level 36. I just hit level 36 with her earlier today, and she has 3.7 million XP earned, 830,000, almost a million to go to get to level 37 and 139 million infamy. We are on a story arc for one of the casino contacts, Johnny Sonata. I've done one or two of the others off screen. They're pretty short. But now we're going to defeat the Whaler Lord, and I thought I'd bring you back to watch me either succeed or fail at that. I have added some new enhancement slots. I added 2 slots to Anguishing Cry. They will be recharge enhancers. I just didn't have the salvage to put them in yet. And if we get to level 37 and still don't have the salvage, I'll put in Single Origins. I've also added 1 more slot to Teleport Foe. The mistake I made is paying off in spades, and I really like this power, so I added a recharge enhancer to it. That's probably all I'll do. It just allows it to recharge in 14 seconds instead of 20, so that I can use it a little more frequently, pulling things out of large spawns. And now we're going to head across and defeat the Whaler Lord. Now, we haven't fought any Whalers yet, I think, with this character. If we have, it's just been coincidence getting aggroed to them on the street, or them aggroing to us on the street. So we're going to go in and maybe fight a bunch of Whalers. And I don't know how our minions will do against the Whalers, because, again, I haven't really done much with them. But we should be fine. And I don't anticipate any difficulties. It's a +1 mission. We should be absolutely fine with that. We haven't really had any trouble lately. I have noticed that none of these story arcs have put us up against elite bosses, so maybe this one, if it's the capper to the casino story arcs, and I don't know if it is, maybe this one will put us up against an elite boss. Regular bosses are not generally an issue as long as I know they're coming. If I get surprised by one, if I don't notice it's a boss because I was tab targeting too quickly, sometimes we can have an issue if we haven't put our buffs up, particularly Rune of Protection for myself because I have no other form of Mez defense. But we should be fine against these Whalers, shouldn't have any problem at all. So we're in a sewer, which is pretty gross, but that's alright. So I thought I'd bring you guys back here. We can do a story arc together after this one. And I'll continue doing a story arc for each level. I may do more than a story arc if they continue to be super short. Because typically in City of Heroes, the story arcs are very long at this level. And a single story arc would be enough to get you like 6 beads. But I actually did about, I think, 4 or 5 story arcs between level 35 and 36. So maybe we'll do 2 story arcs per level if they're very short. We'll just have to see how long they last. Obviously, we're going to do more than just this one because I think this is possibly the final chapter. Often when they send you in to defeat a specific boss, that's the final guy. So what happened is we were getting information from Akarist, our old friend from City of Heroes days. Since he betrayed the Circle, he's working with the vigilantes of Paragon City. So Johnny found out that he was in a strange other dimensional world the heroes were exploring, but that wasn't enough to discourage him. So he put out a bribe, and we went to this other world and we got Akarist. So now we're going to defeat this Whaler Lord. So Johnny's been having issues with people putting bounties on him, I believe, and also, yeah, so basically putting out a contract on him, and we had to destroy the contract at the beginning, I believe, and so, so that's kind of where we are, and now we're trying to find this Whaler Lord. I'm not really sure exactly what the Whaler Lord has to do with this, right? Disturbing things to say about the nature of the document that Johnny's interested in, which is the information about the contracts on him, and Hardcase just told us where the Whalers are. So let's go get the Whaler Lord and we'll see what he says. So these guys do sonic damage. It's very cool special effects in Sonic. I really like them. They were not in the original game, but were added later. Yeah, I was just thinking, I have a really good friend who, he just loves, whenever something new comes out in RPG, he wants to try it. So like as soon as Sonic came out, he made up a Sonic character. I may have mentioned this before, he's always bugging me to use, as soon as it comes out, before anybody's tested it, before anybody's tried it, he wants me to use Unearthed Arcana content from D&D, which is basically playtest content. They put it out to see if people like it, and I remember somebody was saying, at one point on the D&D Beyond forums, because they were asked, like, how come a lot of this stuff has never been implemented in D&D Beyond? And they basically said, well, a lot of the Unearthed Arcana content turns out to be very unbalanced, and it actually never makes it into the official D&D canon, because they put it out there, they let people try it, and they realize, oh, okay, this doesn't work. Meanwhile, there are people who've been playing with it for like 3 years, right? And my friend, just because it's new, he wants to try it. Just like the Sonic powers. Right? As soon as they came out, he wanted to try them. And gets very frustrated with me because I tend to be very hesitant to try the new stuff. Mostly because I'm not sure it's balanced yet. Not something like Sonic powers. I'm not going to make up a new character. If Sonic comes out when my character's 37, I'm not going to abandon the 37th level character using the original powers from the start of the game just to play the new power set. I'll get to it eventually. As some of you who've listened to this channel before know, I've always wanted to play Dark Melee and never gotten around to that. I will someday, as long as these servers stay up. One of these days I will play Dark Melee. Maybe that'll be my next scrapper. But, I mean, that's been around since the launch of the game. And I'm not in any super hurry rush to play it. Of course, my friend would point out, you've never played it. And here we are, 15 years after the game launched, and you never got around to it, and that's true. And I would like to get around to Sonic at some point, too. But I don't necessarily want to play it because it's new. Right? I didn't want to play Dark Melee because it was new. I wanted to play Dark Melee because I like the special effects. And particularly the one, Shadow Punch, or whatever it is, Shadow Maul, I think, where they do the multi-punch strike, and I just think it's like the coolest animation in the entire game. And it's got really cool sound, too. But I didn't pick that because it was new. I just picked it because I thought it was interesting. And I'm not saying it's not valid to pick something because it's new. That's fine. Just sort of mentioning that, if it's new, he wants to try it. And he's just always looking for new things. Whenever new spells come out, a new supplement comes out. Oh, can we do all the stuff in the supplement? So one of the things they're putting out in the new D&D supplement that's coming out... Is that the boss? That's the Whaler Lord. Okay. We will get him after we clear the rest of the room. One of the things that's coming out in the new supplement, which is called Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, or some silly name like that, is... I just want to make sure we're far enough. Yeah, we're far enough away. It's tattoo magic, and like that didn't even exist 6 months ago, but it was mentioned in Unearthed Arcana, and now it's coming out in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and that book is getting launched on the 17th of November, I believe, and I guarantee you on November 18th he's going to say, I want my character to have tattoos, right? Just because it's new and he wants it. Even if it may not be appropriate for his character, he just wants anything that's new. And so, yeah, that's just, he likes new stuff. He likes trying it out. And I aggroed the boss by accident. Alright, so let's give Curly his buff. I don't know what he's doing there. He's not really attacking us yet. I'm also going to give Curly some resistance. And I'll give Larry and Mo some defense. And then we're going to teleport the minion. And at least get him killed before the boss comes over here. Alright, and now the boss. Go get him, guys. And I've got to stay fairly close here because my buffs should help. This guy is nasty. And again, really cool special effects for the spell sounds, the effect sounds. The meow meow meow, like sounds like an alien spaceship. It's very cool. As you may notice, I'm now healing 153 per shot. Looks like Curly do a little extra damage. They're pretty much kicking his butt. They're able to knock him down, which is good. You can see that, what is it, Larry, I believe, is the minion I have that heals. He's doing 117 per heal. So between me and Larry, we have some really good healing, and it looks like we've got him, guys. Elite boss taken out. I guess that's not the end of the story arc, because we didn't get any reward merits. Oh, did he recharge? Oh, wow, he woke back up. Let's get him again. We might get double XP for this guy. That'd be really cool. Is it me or is he weaker this time? Seems like he's going down a lot faster. And we've got him held, so that is awesome. Now, holds don't work very long on the Whaler Lord, and the reason for that is, like, for it to work, Curly's got to hit him and then hit him again, and the double hold will exceed his resistance to the mez, but it only exceeds it until the first hold wears off. And it looks like they only overlap by maybe 2 seconds, so it holds him for a second or two, and then the hold expires. The first hold expires, and then you can't hold him with a single one. And now it looks like he's bugged. He can't get up, so that's going to be the end of him. Bye-bye, Whaler Lord. Boy, it's taking a long time to get that last sliver. Very good. But we didn't get any XP from him, so that was a waste of time. Alright, let's contact Johnny. And he says that Whaler Big Shot's gonna have something to cry about when those Fortunatas are done with him. And then I'll know where to find what I'm looking for. And it's all thanks to you, kid. And the clue says, before Icarus escaped back to Paragon City, which should be capitalized, sloppy, he told Johnny what he wanted to learn. Acting on this, Johnny had you capture the Whaler Lord, the ruler of all the whalers. Hardcase pointed you in the right direction, and you delivered a whaling beast to Johnny and a group of Fortunatas. So now, next mission. That whaler thing, it talked all right. Now I know where to find what I'm looking for, but I still gotta find a way to get there. So he really hasn't told us what he's looking for, which is why I haven't been able to explain to you exactly what we're trying to get. So I talked to some people and came up with a plan. Now I got me some of them Mew Mystic types on loan from that Mew Draken guy. They may be all about denying the mortal and all that, but you show the right guy a good time and you can get what you want. They're working on a ritual right now, something to find what belongs to me and what I've wanted back all these years. But more of those whaler things are coming, and they're going to try to stop my mystic boys. That's where you come in. And so we need to rescue the endangered mystics. Let's see, how long is this episode so far? We're 15 minutes in, so let's go ahead and do our teleport. Because this will probably be our final mission of this episode. And I guess this is a longer story arc because this doesn't feel like it'll be the final episode either. I'm going to head in invisibly because this feels like an outdoor mission, and I want to make sure I get where I need to go if it's an outdoor mission before summoning my minions. Yep, it's outdoors. Okay, 4 mystics to rescue. Hey, it's daylight out. My goodness, this is the first time it's been daylight in like 3 weeks because of the Halloween event. I even was saying to myself this morning, I am so sick and tired of the darkness. It's so much worse in the Rogue Isles because it's always cloudy here. The Halloween event is cool, but a month of no daylight, just a month straight, is just too much. It'd be fine if it was a 1 week event or something. There's one of the mystics. Is that a boss? There is a boss there. Alright. So let's... There's nobody around here. Let's go ahead and start summoning minions. Now, I don't know if we're going to have to lead them out or not. Hopefully not. Or this could be a very long mission that I have to pause repeatedly on the video recording. Alright, let's give them their buffs. There's a Whaler Queen, but let's... Hurley, Hell on Earth. Let's go after the Whalers. Look at that. That is a really cool defense shield. Look at how cool that looks. That looks awesome. Oh, be careful where you run over there, Larry. You're going to aggro somebody else. Look at that force field. That is a really cool force field. I love that. Does it say what that is? It doesn't show. So it's not debuffing me. It's just buffing him, I guess. That is a very cool effect. It's one of the reasons I like Sonics. Oh, great. We have to lead them out. This is going to suck so much. Alright, come on. Look at, see, this is what it drives me nuts. Why are you not following me? Come on. Oh my gosh. I really, really wish there was a way to turn off all lead-outs and just have them be rescued. So frustrating. There's an ambush coming too. I'm so tempted to just leave this guy to them and let them kill him, but they won't kill him, they'll come after me. There's the place we need to go. And I can't fly. There's the ambush. They lost me. I can't fly because the Muse Stalker will lose me. And I can't use stealth because he'll lose me. There's an ambush coming, but I'm going to ignore it. If he catches up to me, my minions will beat him to death. Is that him? Yeah, or her, I guess. Is he following me? I can't believe I have to do 4 of these. I know they didn't design these missions to purposely aggravate people, but it sure as heck feels like they did, and they could not have done a better job of being aggravating if they had been trying. And really, they could have fixed the whole problem for me if they had just made it optional. I mean, they didn't even make a reasonable way to get over here walking, right? There's no path here. You have to swim over. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Yes, he's at the obelisk. Right? I mean, there's not even a reasonable path to get over here. You have to walk over the hills or through the water or what have you. Will you kill it? What are you guys doing? Kill these things. Alright, let's go find the next... Whoops, gotta fly first. Let's go find the next mystic. Alright guys, I'll pause it here. When we find the next mystic, I will bring you back. Alright, well that was super quick. I found him right away. Oh, gotta turn visible again. I may as well just turn the stealth off, because I can't use it. Invisibility I can use when I'm hunting around, but... But there's no point to stealth, because I can't use it while I'm leading these guys out, and I don't need it for the initial assault. And we got a badge from killing whalers, I guess? Or from taking damage. I guess that was an ambush. Alright, Curly, take some Hell on Earth. Get rid of protection. World of Pain. Go get him. Yeah, that dome force field is really cool looking. So I definitely do like the sound effects of Sonic. I think it sounds very much like I picture Sonic abilities. Like if they really existed, I feel like they would sound like that. It's very cool. You kill these guys. What are they doing? Oh, this is an ambush. Okay. Oh, we got ambushed by another boss. Interesting. Alright, well I'm going to put on my next buff, just to make sure that we kill this guy. Plenty of XP. Oh, so now the ambushes are becoming more realistic. The last set of them really wasn't. Alright, come with me. Time to land. Oh, I'm sleeping. Interesting. Alright, let's go. Come on, guys. This is another old ambush. God, why is the Muse so far back there? They're so slow. They don't move that slowly in combat. I don't understand why they're so slow when you lead them out. again, it really feels like the developers were purposely trying to make this annoying. The NPC keeps getting lost, he can't keep up with you, he's getting confused. It's incredibly frustrating. And again, I know they weren't trying to make it frustrating, but my feeling on this is, look, if you couldn't make the AI work right, don't do this. I really would love to find the developers who created this and say, what were you thinking? Why did you think this would be fun? It's incredibly annoying. And they could have just had me rescue them and had them say, okay, I'll run off to the obelisk, and they could have gone by themselves. And then when I'd rescued them all, they could have said, okay, now go back to the obelisk and protect it. And you'd still get the same effect without this annoyance of having the stupid NPCs following you around. And I see the ambush. It went the wrong way. I fooled it. Alright, so we're halfway done. 2 mystics to go. And look at that. Auto instant spawn right there. Again, that's sloppy. In their eagerness to create ambushes, I guess for the challenge, they think, they really did abandon a lot of the original principles of the game that were designed to increase the verisimilitude. So they've increased, maybe they've increased the challenge, although not really, at the cost of the verisimilitude. Right, here we go again, another spontaneous generation of whalers over here. And by the way, I don't need to protect it, because they can't actually harm these guys. Alright, we can resummon, so let's get out of here, go back invisible, and I will find the next one and bring you guys back when I do. Alright folks, we found the 3rd hostage. So I'm going to take the guys near here out first, and then we will free the hostage. Who's right over there under the bridge? And here comes another ambush. I'm going to ignore it, and let's go to these guys. No, ignore. Why am I ignoring it? I'm trying to draw it over here so that it doesn't get involved in the boss fight. I don't want to pull the boss over here until we take care of the ambush. There we go. Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, I did a little prep work today. I did a couple things, but one of the things that I am going to see if I can get to work is they're wandering around an old destroyed Roman fortress trying to find out who took it over, and they're kind of hiding in the ruined barracks. They came up through the sewers, and I think they might try to use the sewers to move around, which would probably be the smart thing. And well, in the sewers, the bad guys in this case are Slodai, who are these like toad demons from the chaotic dimension of Pandemonium in my universe. I don't have a limbo, which is where they are from in the normal D&D universe. And the Slod brought with them some oozes, like yellow ochre jellies and gray oozes, and they brought a gelatinous cube. And the gelatinous cube and the oozes basically guard the sewers. Slod have telepathic ability, so even though the oozes can't normally communicate, because they Slod have telepathy, they do have the ability to kind of sort of tell the oozes what to do, and they feed the oozes, so the oozes are kind of like pets. And I just thought it was kind of a cool and different idea. So I have a gelatinous cube down there, and it's patrolling the hallways. And one of the things I did for prep today was I looked up, how gelatinous cubes work, because my plan is to have them, kind of maybe come around the corner, and whoever's leading the party just bump into it and get engulfed. Now let's see if this moronic Mew can get up here. Or if he's going to get stuck. Is he up there? I can't even see him. Alright, minions, go over here so I can see the Mew. Did he follow me? He didn't follow me. Where is he? Where is he? He disappeared. What the heck happened? He's just gone. What? One mystic to get to the obelisk. What happened? I don't see his icon on here at all. Well, that's just great, guys. Bugged. Alright, let me see if I can find the last one. And I guess I'll ignore this one for now and we'll see what happens. I'll look for the last one and then try to free him. The easy way to do this, since they're protected by bosses, is to just tab target until you see a red... Oh, there he is! I just found him. Where did he go? He's back in the original place. Did he not? He did not follow me? What is going on with this game? And now we're going to get attacked, so I better summon my minions. This is why I detest lead-out missions, because they're so buggy. You can't just take them somewhere. You have to, like, babysit them and try to work around the horrible AI just to get them to follow you, which is incredibly frustrating. And then you have this just absolutely terrible mechanic of the ambush, where the ambushing guys know exactly where you are at all times, whether you're invisible, whether you're stealth, whether you're flying, whether you're running, whether you're super jumping. It doesn't matter. They are omniscient. They know where you are at all times, under all conditions, permanently and forever. And I just think that that's just terrible. Terrible idea. Terrible mechanic. Again, utterly destructive of verisimilitude. And they were so careful with the verisimilitude in this game when it launched, and then they added these other mechanics, and they got so enamored of the idea of these mechanics that they basically said, screw verisimilitude, let's do stuff that doesn't make any sense just because we think it's cool. And it isn't cool. It doesn't make the game better. It makes it worse, and it destroys verisimilitude. It's just such a shame. Alright. Let's go to the other obelisk now. So now, I'm sure they would explain, you know, kind of why they did the things they did. For example, if you're hidden or stealthed, you could kind of stealth your way through the mission and you wouldn't have to fight things. But again, I would argue, then don't make the mission like this and you won't have a problem. Again, if they just dematerialized after you found them and materialized next to the obelisks, and then you had to go defend the two obelisks after all four of them were there, it would have been absolutely fine. It would have probably been fun. It would have given the same feel, the same effect that you're leading these guys, you know, you're saving these guys and then defending the obelisk with them. But we wouldn't have all these annoyances of dealing with the NPC AI. And it isn't like this is challenging, right? I'm just sort of standing here watching my minions destroy everything. This is a +1 mission. The ambushes haven't really challenged me. The only one that maybe kind of sort of did for a few seconds because I wasn't ready for it was when the boss ambushed us. But that happened exactly once, and the other ambushes have been baby time, right? They've been super easy. Oh, now he's following me nice, right? Not before when I tried to go up with my flight and he ran away. Guys, go attack that thing. Have my guys attack the whalers and bring him over. See, he's having trouble getting up. Now I can fly again. Make sure we clean this area out. Oops, and why did the chat want to go away? I actually hit C. Come here, you. Yeah, one thing I have not really had to do yet with my Mastermind very much is to protect something. And it might be interesting to do, actually. Alright, time to go invisible and look for the last boss. I will bring you guys back when we find the last boss and are ready to rescue the final mystic. Alright folks, we have found the final bad guy, the final boss, and he is guarding the final Mew. I love that demon summoning animation, it is very cool. So one more buff to our minions. Hell on Earth. World of Pain. Now we're being ambushed. Even the ambushes are sort of half-hearted. Rune of Protection. Go fight that guy first. And then the boss. We got another ambush coming, that's alright. Get the boss first. You know, I think one of the reasons that it bothers me so much that the City of Heroes verisimilitude is hurt by some of the silly mechanics that they build into this kind of these later scenarios in this game. Oh, this is going to be fun, getting this Mew to go over the fence. One of the reasons it bothers me is because, as a dungeon master, just for my little group of 5 people, 4 people, if you don't count me, I try really hard to keep the verisimilitude intact. And it's very frustrating that these guys who are professional developers didn't try as hard as I do to keep the verisimilitude intact, and now the Mew is stuck. So I don't know how I'm going to get him to come with me. Okay, there he is. Alright. But I mean, I work really, really hard to try and make the encounters make sense. I don't just stuff random encounters in the dungeons. I try to think logically, why would this creature be here in this place at this time? Why would this treasure be here in this place at this time? I work really hard on that, And I find it frustrating that these developers who, when they started this game, really did work hard on that, stopped working hard on it as they developed the newer content. And it's really kind of a shame. And I feel like if I, working by myself in my loft above my garage, can achieve that kind of verisimilitude in D&D, a team of developers should be able to achieve verisimilitude in their MMO. I know that achieving such verisimilitude is not a design goal of many MMOs. It certainly wasn't for games like EverQuest. As I think Kiovar mentioned in one of the comments about spawning, when I was talking about, the spawning was originally designed not to happen in front of the player because of the issue of verisimilitude, that it doesn't make sense that a Minotaur would just appear in front of you, you kill it, and then a few minutes later another one just suddenly materializes in front of you. There really are no circumstances under which that would be realistic, and it just reinforces that you're playing a game, and it makes it hard to be immersed in the game. It harms immersion. And they were really careful about trying to make this game more immersive than the other MMOs, and I think to a very large degree they succeeded. I think Star Wars Galaxies, when it first came out, might have been a little more immersive in certain ways, because it was this open-ended sandboxy type of a game. And it didn't have, like overt levels and things like that. But they also did have spawns just appear in front of you, which harms the verisimilitude. I feel like other elements of the game increased it, but other than that, I think there was no MMO that even approached the verisimilitude of COH for many, many years, and I think to this day, even many MMOs still have not, and even the later version of City of Heroes did not. I think the early version of this game had the most verisimilitude in it. I think once they started doing things like adding the auction house, well, that does, like, for the idea of superheroes bidding on enhancements is just silly. And again, they didn't care when we argued to them, including Statesman, who was one of the original people who tried to design for verisimilitude in the beginning of the game. When we argued, look, this doesn't make sense, it's not believable for superheroes to do this, they're like, we don't care, we want to do it anyway, because they thought it would make money, right? And I think all these things, little by little, harmed the verisimilitude of the game. And ask yourself, why is there an ambush now when the mission is over? And I left because I'd had enough. This has been about a 40-minute episode, maybe longer. That's more than enough. That one mission was like 20 minutes, like 30 minutes, 28 minutes, something like that. Let's call our contact, Johnny Sonata, and he says, so that's where he hit it. Son of a, hey kid, you did great. I was just looking over the report from those Mew guys. They told me where to find what I've been looking for. It's something I sold a long time ago. Something I've been wanting back for a long time. And I'm gonna need your help to get it back. To get back what's mine, kid. Now, I don't remember this story arc at all. I probably have never played it. Johnny Sonata wants to get back what's his. A sonata is a song. So is it a song he wrote, or is it his soul? Did he sell his soul to somebody? I'm not gonna look. That's my guess. We'll find out together next episode. Until then, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been City of Villains on the Rebirth server.